All right, welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. I know it's a late night, but it's always good to connect with people. And I know there's a ton of high performers on here, so glad you guys could take time out. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My name is Nick Sorensen. I know I've met a couple people on here. I haven't met everybody. I'm so excited to get to work with you all. I've heard incredible things. I've definitely been able to talk with a handful of you, and really excited about the caliber of people that this is attracting. And so I wanted to jump on and really talk about what we have here, why I think it's so uniquely positioned, and why I think that it's attracting some really top-notch quality people. Just a little bit about me. I've been full-time in this space for a number of years, and we've been very, very blessed to build some really large organizations. I'm a huge systems person, but I'm also a big believer in people. And that's why I love this industry. I think why we've had a really good reputation. And I think that's one of the reasons why, I was called, why we got a call so early on. We actually met with the three founders before they really actually were even a company. It was just an idea at that point in time. We've been lucky and blessed to build some, really, really large organizations the last couple of years. And so it wasn't something that where we were looking for anything at all, even in the slightest. In fact, my wife thinks I'm crazy for even meeting with companies, let alone I got a partner tonight. My wife's out of town, so I'm lone wolfing it with my three daughters. But she thinks I'm crazy for looking at companies, let alone getting engaged with another company. But when the company is uniquely positioned and they have the right philosophies, I think it's my obligation to go out and share it with people and attract different people. And I think that's exactly what we have here. I was at an event, in LA, and we're going to do this a little informal. We're basically in beta launch of this company, pre-launch of the company. We do have some slides. I just don't love them. And just kind of really tell you the story and how it all came together. So I was out at an event in LA, and we got a call literally 2 hours apart. My business partner, who's an 8-figure earner in this industry, incredibly successful, very, very high respected, got a call from one of his longtime friends he's known for 20 years. Said, hey, we keep talking about we're going to work together, and I think this is the one. We're having a meeting in Dallas next week, and we would love for you to be there. And about 2 hours later, probably my top mentor in this space, he was the number one earner of a company called Tahitian Noni. He made over $40 million there. Called and said, hey, really interesting call I just had. They're doing a meeting in Dallas. I can't be there. Can you sit there on my behalf? And if you guys are on, definitely mute out, or if you can, Felicia, mute everyone out other than me. So we went to that meeting, and I have a very open mind, like I said. Wasn't really looking for anything, but always looking to connect with people and really like seeing what's going on. I'm a huge believer in the industry. I love when there's good companies. I love when companies have success, and always looking to get value or provide value. And we sat down with the three founders, and they really started talking about their vision. Okay, so we have three of them. The first one I'm gonna talk about is Nauder Khazan. Nauder is my business partner's longtime friend. They've known each other for 20 years. He's an incredible man, a huge family man, great business builder when he was a distributor, but he's also been an owner, and he's built huge organizations. He is incredibly gifted about opening countries, getting products registered and into countries, from the logistics side, the shipping side, but also just getting them open. And then also he's incredibly talented and gifted at building systems. And from how I've known him, for my business partner, was really excited to hear from him, connect with him. The other founder, who's also our CEO, his name is McKnight. Now, Mark is one of the top formulators in the space. He lives about 15 minutes from my house, so I've known of him. I've never met him before, but I've been pitched on probably 2 or 3 companies where he's been part of their pitch. He's in the slide deck of a handful of companies out there. He has sold products to over 70 countries 70 companies in this space of relationship marketing. In his career of 25 years of being a formulator, he's produced over $10 billion in sales from the wholesale side. $8 billion of that has gone into network marketing. But he's different than most service providers that I've met and been a part of. Like, he loves this space. He's spoken hundreds of times from stage, talking about products, talking about new country launches. But he knows the ins and outs of what products, what ingredients work for products, Okay, what leads to results? What sells in different countries? Okay, because he's shipped billions of product all over the world. He knows, what sells better in this country compared to this country. The third founder, her name is Lamia Bettaieb. She's got a powerful, powerful story. In 2015, she was the #1 female earner in our space, in all of network marketing. #1 for a female that wasn't married, I guess you'd say. And her story, just a few years before that, she got into the industry, but she's from a small country called Tunisia. They don't really even have a banking system. So her story of even getting a credit card, okay, to getting money on a card to actually enroll to a company was incredible, but then everyone she knew was in the exact same instance. And so she literally created something from nothing and made millions and millions of dollars. And you'll see why when you guys get to know her. She's got a huge heart, huge passion for this industry, but also for people. And she's been massively, massively successful. And so they really have all aspects. They got the field, they got the product side, they got the opening countries, the running of a company side, and really special, really top-notch quality people. And then they really kind of talk about like the vision of what they wanted to create. So see, Mark, one of the main reasons and one of his pain points being a manufacturer for all these years is all these companies that call him up and say, hey, I want this product. I want this ingredient in there, but I want the smallest amount possible so I can sell and market that ingredient, but I want to keep my costs down so I have good margins. Okay, we've all witnessed that. We've all been part of companies that we've had good products, formulas change, or we had, what we thought would be an incredible product because of ingredients that we may not have had as much, reorders on it. We didn't have as many people reordering like we thought. That is his pain point. One of the big reasons he launched this was because of that. He was tired of it. So he's a product guy, core and core. He loves ingredients. He loves top-notch ingredients. He sources directly from the source, and he's a fanatic. Like, he goes to symposiums all the time about just learning about what else is new out there. And when him and Nauder and Lamia started talking about this, he'd been working on his first product, which is our Taka, for about 8 months. Okay. And I'm like, okay, great. What is it? He said, healthy energy. I'm like, awesome. You and 800 other companies. That was my first thought, right? He started saying why he thought this was the first product. #1, we've seen company after company after company, okay, create huge, massive success on consumable products, right? We've seen companies that don't really have that much differentiation that have created huge businesses, $200, $300, $400, $500, $800 million off of drink products that have been very successful because it's a good price point and people are drinking stuff anyway, and you give a healthier alternative to do it. I'm like, I see that, but I also personally, I like the story. I like the awesome thing, okay? So we started talking about his whole vision of what the other products are going to come. There's a company this past year that's had massive, massive success in the HGH space. And so we started talking about that. Human growth hormone, for those of you who don't know what it is. Human growth hormone is the anti-aging hormone. There's a direct correlation with how much GH you have in your body with every side effect of aging. Every side effect. So pain, mood, sleep, stress, hair loss, hair color, everything. In fact, when we're middle age, you've lost over 80% of the GH of our body. Okay, so he's like, I created one of those products 10 years ago. It was incredible. He's like, let me figure out and see where the new technology is with that. And that's a product we can definitely get out to market very quick. Fast forward, we're launching our HGH product here really soon. We've got 3 patented ingredients that we have global rights to. That company that had lots of success, they've had unbelievable testimonials. On average, they get about a 1 to 6% improvement IGF-1 in their first month. Just one of our ingredients has a double-blind clinical trial that says it's over 100% improvement the month 1. So this is what we get with Mark, okay? Mark is the guy that knows everybody in the space of manufacturing, the ingredients, the products. And so when we say we're going to take something to market, he's an ingredient guy. He's going to bring those ingredients together. But when you bring those ingredients together, you're going to get incredible results. And so going backwards to Taka, healthy energy, yes, I see that it's a very consumable product. You can build a huge customer base and a huge business around that. But I'm like, where's the hook, right? Where's the sexy piece? We have a doctor that got involved out of San Antonio. Okay, she has a patented machine that is also FDA approved that measures inflammation in the body. And so when I got really excited at first was when I heard this. And what this machine does, and I don't know exactly how, I'm gonna take a trip down there and actually get the test on myself. But I know one individual that went through there in over a 30-minute span. So they did a test, took Taka, did a test 30 minutes later, had over a 70% reduction in inflammation in the body. And immediately, as a marketer, I'm like, that is absolutely massive, because everything that we deal with from the nutritional space, from the health and wellness space, the root cause, you can always direct it back to inflammation, okay? And so when you have a product that we can prove through a machine that's patented, FDA approved, helps with inflammation, and it's a healthy drink, it tastes great, it's a great substitute for whatever it's your energy drink, whether it's coffee, whatever it is, it's great. On top of that, we've seen incredible results with people who are doing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting right now is absolutely hot, right? And if you take one of these, it's not created as a weight loss product at all whatsoever, but actually helps with your appetite, especially for intermittent fasting. We have people that are losing tons of weight with this aiding in their intermittent fasting. So we have a lot of things that really come together, and this only comes together because of his philosophies about taking the best products, the best ingredients that you have, combining them together. That's his end result. When we met, I said, hey, where's the science? Because I love black and white stuff. To me, that's just a marketer's dream when you have something that's black and white, because we've all dealt with the gray area here in this industry, right? Where you sell an ingredient, but the product's not actually getting that result because there's hardly any of that ingredient in there. And he's like, well, if you have good ingredients, Nick, you'll have good results. I'm like, I understand, but from the marketing standpoint, black and white's great. Well, fast forward months later, because of the top quality ingredients, we're getting those results. And so as we move forward, we're going to have a line of Taka, okay, which will be multiple flavors. We'll have a Taka heart product specifically for your heart. We have 2 heart surgeons out of San Antonio that are loving the results of the product. We add a couple more ingredients there. We have it specifically formulated for the heart, Taka brain. We'll have one for gut health. We'll expand the whole Taka line. We'll also have an anti-aging line. Eternal, which is the HGH product, is launching very soon. That will be the first part of it. We also have a very high-end anti-aging line. This being formulated right now will be more specifically formulated for the Middle East. So it may not sell as much here in North America, but eventually we'll have something that will come here. So we'll have a whole anti-aging line. We'll have other lines that are specific to countries. So here's Mark's philosophy. He's like, I know raw ingredients. I know how to formulate incredible products. He's like, I also know there's certain countries where products do better. Okay. And so they have a very open philosophy to create best ingredients, create those products, what serve those markets better. And when I got that, that's when this whole kind of vision came together, because as you grow a global brand, we've seen companies from the US say, here's who we are. And they go into a country and they expect that country to just accept who they are. We're here, we're like, here's who we are, but we're going to go in and create products that are going to bring value and bring massive value to those countries there. On top of that, we have a program that they're implementing right now in Dallas. We have our offices. So although we're basically in beta launch, we're a brand new company. They just opened their 43,000 square feet offices. So if you can see the vision of where we are going here, the first thing that's going to be completed is Mark's lab. And one of the main reasons for that is that he has something in the system here that when you hit a certain rank, you can actually go in with Mark and create your own product. Now, not all those products may go out to the whole field. It may just go to you and your group. We have doctors that want to come in and private label their own line. He wants to create this environment where you have a field that's passionate about products. Can you imagine you have something that you're truly believe in, truly passionate about, and you get on that product and you go help them create that, and you go market that to the field, the passion and the love that your whole downline is going to experience and see. On top of that, the retention rate, when you have 20 leaders in your group that have created their own product, what does that look like 10, 15, 20 years down the road? So that's kind of the vision from the product standpoint of who we are, where we're going. Comp plan, what they've done is they've taken bits and pieces of certain comp plans that have had massive success in the past and have created them to create the right behaviors. I love comp plans. I think they're all great, okay? They all serve different purposes, right? All different comp plans drive different behaviors. But when you intentionally build a comp plan to drive the right behaviors, we're going to get the right behaviors. And so it is a unilevel. Can you shut that door, sweetie? Sorry. we have a unilevel comp plan, but it's a dynamically compressed comp plan. If that's something that is new to you, we can jump on that. We can explain it on another Zoom, but that is massive. And so that what that means is that there's no breakage that goes back to the company. Okay, normal unilevel comp plans go levels deep. Okay, dynamic compression basically goes generations up. So if it's generations, it goes finds the next leader. That compensation does. So always gets paid out, doesn't go back to the company, which is massive. Okay. On top of that, we have a binary part of the compensation plan. What I love about binary comp plans, okay, is they're fast moving. There's an incredible fear of loss, which is great, drives good behavior there. And you can build something and get momentum really, really, really quick. Traditionally with binaries though, they're not as good residually. There's only been a handful of companies that have made it to the $1 billion mark and stuck because traditionally they're not built for that, right? So what they've done here is they've taken the binary comp plan, they've done that only on the front end. So enrollment packs go into a binary comp plan. Every order following, so your second order following, goes into a unilevel plan. So we get the best of the front end, building your business, creating momentum. But you also get the best of building something residual and something long-term and more structurally sound. And then they brought it all together with it's a front end differential coded bonus, an infinity coded bonus. And so when you get started, if you come in at any of our packs, our 250 pack or a 500 pack, you start at 10% in commissions, okay, based on who you personally bring in. When you get two people, one on your left, personally sponsored, one on your right, personally sponsored, you go to 15%. But then you also have the ability to earn a 5% differential down to infinity levels. So everybody you bring in from now on is coded to you. So their first two and their first two and their first two and their first two down to infinity. When you help your first two get their two, you go to 20% off your personal commissions, and you can earn 5 or 10%. Okay, these are bonuses off of enrollment packs down to infinity levels. What I love about this part of it is it is simple. Okay, you go get your two, you help them, they get their two, but it drives duplication, it drives behavior. Anyone can go get their two, anyone can go help people get a couple people. Okay, and so they've been very, very intentional about creating a compensation plan that drives the right behaviors. They take 55 cents on every dollar that comes into the company. They put into a separate account for commissions. So let's say 1 month the comp plan pays out 50. Well, now we have 5% to use for incentives and other things to really drive the comp plan. And so they're doing this really intentional on building something long haul, but also something that can get money into your pockets really quick. But most importantly, what drives duplication. The last thing on that unilevel piece, we go 6 generations. So it's generational, which means it's not levels, it's generations. That's the dynamic compression. But then you have, once you hit certain ranks, you have the ability to earn to infinity levels, 2 to 5% infinity levels, or to the next equal rank that you're at. And so there's some really, really good money to be made here. In the end, we've all seen great companies, right? We've seen great companies that have incredible products. We've seen great companies that have great comp plans, great leadership, great management. In the end, I think what really separates good companies from great companies, or okay companies from great companies, is the right philosophies. And those philosophies of really, go and building something special, but also being distributor focused. They brought on, his name's Chris, he's our CFO. He actually was the main controller for one of Amazon's arms that built up one of their side companies up to $500 million a year. And he's like, one of the reasons that Amazon is who they are is because they're customer passionate organization. Everything they do is built around serving their customers. He's like, and we are going to take the exact same here when we go and build out this company, being customer passionate. But our distributors are our customers, and so when we're distributor first, which basically is product oriented, you can come in and build your own products. Really find compensation plans that are fair but drive the right behaviors. We can go build something really incredible. When we don't sacrifice our integrity for a product to build a better margin, we can build something special. And so when you have the right philosophies, that what leads to long-term success. And that's what really, really excites me, is going to build something special, going to build something long-term. And it speaks volume. Like I said, we're just getting really this thing kicked off. The compensation plan's been live for about a month is all. and we are attracting some of the most incredible leaders, top earners. We're still brand new. Like I said, this is informal. They do have a slide deck. I don't like it yet. So we're just kind of informal now, literally just kind of lining up some of the generals, but you'll see we'll be one of the incredible stories of 2019, 2020, and beyond. So I appreciate you guys having me on. If you're a guest here, definitely get with the person who invited you on. Timing is absolutely massive. Someone put that in the chat, I think. There's a few things that lead to success of a good company outside of philosophy. It's products with differentiation, products with exclusivity. Those ingredients we have in Eterno, the combination of ingredients that we have in our taco, which is leading that reduction in inflammation, that is very unique. Okay, a compensation plan that's fair, but also the right behaviors that are very intentional about that. Leadership, we have the best of all worlds for management, but also product formulation, scaling up. Mark in his past has supplied companies that have gone from zero to massive growth. That's one of the big scares of any company is, can they keep up? And he's been able to, and he also knows what that looks like and has been through it time and time again. And the last thing is timing. Timing can definitely make us all look better than we are. I'm a prime example of that. I've been in companies where I was there perfectly timed, and it really magnifies your success. And we have that here. And I think the best example is an hour of work now could equate to 200 hours of work 2 years from now, 3 years from now, how these companies work. And when you get with the right company, those things can actually lead to massive success. So I appreciate having me on. Get back with the person who invited you on. We can get some questions answered, and I really look forward to working with you. If you want to shut the recording off, then we'll be good.